Dad, what are the norms of gamers?
Norms of gamers is the attire they wear, the clothes that they like to represent, their favorite characters, their pastimes in regards to what they like. You're talking about gamers. Can't find a Pokemon gamer that doesn't have Pikachu or Squirtle or Charizard.
Okay. What is the geographical location of gamers that occupies? For example, city, state, or a neighborhood, and how does it influence gamers?
Gamers are worldwide. It's something that kind of like Facebook, to where gamers can get online. They can communicate with people all over this world. I can sit there and play a game and be playing with somebody that's in Australia or playing with somebody that's in Japan. How cool is that to be live with somebody and playing a game together that you both like, and you can have a friendship begin from just being interested in the same games.
Okay. Can you give a little history of some of the areas in terms of how it developed, when and where the influx of immigrants came from, and what major industries were presented, etc.?
Say that one more time.
Give a little history of the area in terms of how it developed, when and where the influx of immigrants came from, and what major industries were present, etc.
Well, one of the things about gaming is it's not even so much about immigrants. I don't know what you really mean by immigrants, but if you're talking about people that didn't grow up in the United States, okay, I understand that. But the reason why technology has expanded and games have become so amazing right now with the cross platforms and the different anime and graphics and everything else that's coming out right now, and why it's just advancing at such a rapid pace, is because of the fact that we've opened our eyes and started finding the best of the best people from every corner of this planet to be able to help increase our technology. Not just being blinded and saying that the only people that should be out there developing are people that were born and taught here. That doesn't mean anything. And then with having the internet capacity to be able to help each other develop games from across the world, you can get multiple divisions to work together to where they're developing great stuff.
Okay. Do the gamers interact frequently with each other?
Absolutely. What's the whole purpose of gaming if you can't play against other people to see if you can beat them at every level? Who doesn't want to be the best at their favorite game?
That is a good point.
And what's even better than being the best and talking trash to your best friend when he's on the other end of that losing game? Doesn't get any better. It's just friendly competition.
How often do people have face-to-face interactions with the gamers?
I would say quite a bit, because with the way technology is set up now, and most people have cameras and video cameras, you see your friends on games all the time. You just watch a YouTube channel and they'll show you playing them. They'll show video of them playing the video of them playing the video.
That is a good point. Does the gamers demonstrate an artistic expression, and if so, how?
Just look at the games. You've got sports games that look real. You've got futuristic and Star Wars type games that look like you're in outer space. That you've got RPG type games that can put you into a fantasy world.
You guys should definitely try Warframe, though.
You've got combat games that make you feel like you're right in the middle of Vietnam or Desert Storm or even the Afghanistan war. You can go anywhere with games. And you want to talk about artistic and creative. that's where the imagination is completely and 100% released. So absolutely artistic.
Okay, Dad. Thank you so much. That was all the questions I had for you.
All right, thank you.
No problem. Okay, Fernando, thank you for coming. I'm going to ask you a series of questions, and you got to answer them with your honest opinions, okay?
All right.
Since this is about the subculture gamers, you and a good friend are actually the right subjects. All right. One of my questions to you is, how do the members interact?
The members, well, it depends on what kind of game they're playing, though. Really, if it's a very competitive game, well, you might get a pinch of disrespect. If it's like a co-op game or any games where we have to work together, of course it's gonna be a good interaction. But I actually prefer games where people actually are actually working together, because it actually improves social and problem solving skills.
Okay. What are the values, ideas, and philosophies for gamers?
For gamers,
Yes.
can you repeat that question?
What are the values, ideas, and philosophies of gamers?
I don't really know how to answer that, really. How about you, George? What do you think? What would you say?
I would say practice. I think it's one of the philosophies of gamers is always practice just to get better at the game. And other philosophies would be
Define exploits.
maybe find exploits. That's not exactly a philosophy.
I know.
Like cheese strats, like in Pokemon.
Or like
know.
strategy, right? Basically, right?
I
Strategy.
think philosophies are like what the gamer would more follow to get through like a game. Like if they want to follow through and finish a good game, they would either have a good strategy, have good practice, and be
Commitment.
Yeah, commitment.
Yeah.
All right. One of the questions was, what space do they inhabit? But I'm already gonna do one thing. I already know we got like a student lounge here in the Art Institute, like so easily. But I'm gonna do like another little video of just walking in, showing a video of my stepbrother playing Fortnite. It's gonna be funny.
Oh, that's cool.
I'll be like, there you go, there's one place. He does this every day, every week. Especially always. Alright. What does the subculture do? And what does this makes them a distinct subculture?
I mean, one that is the high popularity for games, isn't it? Yeah.
Gamers is one of the most popular subcultures.
Yeah, it is.
What
That's
makes them that popular? The thing stopped recording.
Okay.
All right, continue.
Like basically how fun, interactive, and how well absorbed people can actually become really in games. Like you can meet new friends, develop new forms of problem solving, and actually get like a sense of accomplishment, and it just helps you. And also video games, it basically just help you get out of a situation or the real world to step in a fictional world in which you would actually love to be in.
Okay.
Yeah, like just a great imagination. Really.
George, do they come in the same area? Do all gamers come from the same area?
I believe it's depending on. I think it's. What was that question again? What?
Do gamers come from the same area?
I think gamers do come from this area. Most of us were mostly coming from when we were children. We always remember when we played our first games, and we always remember where, which is like in our normal houses. And then when we talk about people about games, we connect each other more about that subject because we remember that from our childhood and yeah.
Right now, you just also answered the second question I was going to ask you, which is, did they get together because they share the same interests?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they get together for the same interest because, again, it's what they are passionate about and something they want to pursue or connect with what else they want to do, what other things they want to do.
But here's one tricky question for you guys. Hold on, give me a sec. Do they come from the same social economy area?
Not
Same social.
not that much. I think most gamers would have is like somewhere in like the low income area. Like they wouldn't have enough money to either purchase the game they want right away. Most people would just want to pre-order it and pay for it little by little. Like that's what I do.
So basically what you're saying is not everyone comes from the same social economy area.
Yeah, not everyone comes.
Not everyone, because everyone's different. Income is different. Like perceptions of what entertains them is different, and how they actually work with certain games is different.
What do you think is their level of education of a gamer?
Well, education will depend. It really just depends on the gamer, really. If they're an addict, then of course, the grades won't be that great.
No, it's not about grades. It's what they know about the games.
The games.
If they're that passionate about the games, then
yeah,
they're probably that studious about how well the game's either made, coded, or even how they would get better at the game.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, nice.
Now, here's your guys' last question.
Okay.
How often do people have face-to-face interaction with members of the gaming subculture, of the gamers?
Not that often, I guess. Mostly, there's like rare occasions where people would just come together and talk to each other face to face. Usually,
Yeah,
like
with today's technology, it basically everything's online now. Like online communication, email, iMessage, all this stuff.
voice chats and
Definitely that.
Exactly. That's why some tabletop gamers actually prefer doing it on board games, card games, instead of video games because they get more interaction face to face.
Yeah, that's true.
I guess it's true, but then there are some occasions where people would have that same interest in video games and commit to making like an actual event about it, like how with some games
Like the Super Smash Brothers tournaments.
Yeah, let's just say that Smash Bros. Tournaments.
Yeah.
Alright. Thank you guys. Thanks for actually answering all the questions I've asked you.
All right.
One page is now finally done. Hallelujah.
Mind if I answer one of the questions? Like I know there was one that you couldn't answer. I think it was the what was it the
You guys already answered them all quite well.
All right.
So can you ask the question again? Just because I remember there was one question that I
Each one
wanted to
you-
answer.
These ones you already answered.
Now it's on
Okay, yeah.
second page.
What does the subculture do, or what makes them a distinct subculture? That's
Yes.
the one I want.
What makes them a distinct subculture, George?
I think from what Fernando said, it was what was that? You said it was the
Well, the popularity of it, basically how fun it is, and how absorbed you can get into the game, and how it can actually take you out.
By the way, there's going to be also
On a fictional adventure.
subcultures for you guys. Because in this classroom I'm in, there's one deaf person who can't really hear anything.
Oh.
So I'm going to
Simi?
have to put, huh?
Simi?
Salvo.
Huh?
Salvo.
Oh, someone different. Okay.
Yeah. It's a lot harder for him to understand what we're trying to say with someone sign languaging it. So I'm deciding to put like English subtitles in it. But you were saying, George?
Oh yeah. So the reason that the subculture is so popular, I think it's because of the community involved in it. Mostly of the people that are that committed with the game would increase in this fan base that people would do. Like you would see the gamer in a convention and you see them cosplaying, or even online you could see like their
we've
art
done
is
that sometimes, right?
Oh yeah, we did too sometimes. And then there's a lot more. There's a lot more than that too. If you see like a lot, if you just type in the word or the name of the game that one person plays, you'd see a lot of.
You see a lot of players on that specific game. Like
Not only on that game, but creates a lot of different things about that game, like for art, music, and even fashion a lot of times. And
Like they're expressing themselves creatively.
yeah, they're expressing themselves creatively and in their own interests. Like I said, they can use games in a form and to connect with other interests. Like for me, it's with the game I was into, which is Smash Bros. I create that and put it into, inspire that into the work that I do, which is graphic design.
Okay. Well, thank you for answering that with your honest opinion, George. And now we come to this interview to a complete close. The last one is my father.
Okay.
This is it's gonna go right through his head. He may be a gamer, but it'll go right over his head.
Yeah, there are different kinds of gamers. Most
Yeah.
He's a video gamer.
I should not say.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
I mean, video games can